Hello, my name is Madeline Zech. I'm a junior at Ramapo College of New Jersey, where I am majoring in history and minoring in human rights and genocide studies. The video you are watching is part of a virtual film festival produced as the final project in Dr. Jacob Lebenz's course, Holocaust and Media. I would like to thank the Gross Center for Holocaust and Genocide Studies for sponsoring this program. Today, I will be presenting on the outstanding 2002 film, The Pianist, a cinematic masterpiece that tells the heart-wrenching story of a pianist's struggle to survive in the midst of World War II. Directed by Roman Polanski, this film is a poignant and harrowing depiction of the horrors of war and the courageous spirit of human survival. Babelsberg Studios produced an intense film in Germany starring Adrian Brody as Władysław Spilsman. With the direction of Polanski, The Pianist developed into a national sensation, leaving audiences astounded at the end of the film. Roman Polanski is a French and Polish film director, producer, screenwriter, and actor. He has directed and produced many critically acclaimed films, including The Pianist. This film had a great impact on Polanski as he escaped from the Krakow ghetto as a child after the death of his mother. Eventually, he ended up living in a Polish farmer's barn until the end of the war. After the liberation of the camps, Polanski and his father were able to reunite. Having a director that was personally impacted by such a devastating time in history allowed the film to embody the real horrors he faced during the Holocaust. I encourage anyone watching the film festival to check out The Pianist, as there is a trailer posted on our website. Also, check out the links to purchase the film if interested. Adrian Brody's performance as Spilsman is nothing short of extraordinary. He embodies the character's fear, despair, and resilience with subtlety and depth that is truly remarkable. Brody's portrayal earned him a well-deserved Academy Award for Best Actor, making him the youngest actor to ever win the award. The film's cinematography and direction are equally impressive. Polanski's attention to detail and his ability to capture the stark reality of war on screen is masterful. The scenes of the Warsaw Ghetto and the destruction of the city are visceral and haunting, leaving an indelible impression on the viewer. One of the film's greatest strengths is its refusal to shy away from the atrocities committed during the war. The violence and brutality are depicted with unflinching honesty, making it the more difficult to watch. But the film also portrays acts of kindness and heroism, reminding us of the human capacity for compassion and hope even in the darkest of times. In comparison to the film Son of Saul, both films take the audience on a journey through the lives of a main male character. However, there is a stark contrast between the two films. Son of Saul follows the perspective of a Jewish prisoner in a concentration camp, Saul Auslander, who is tasked with disposing the bodies of his fellow prisoners. The film takes place over the course of a single day in Auschwitz, and the story is an intense, unrelenting depiction of the daily horrors faced by the prisoners in the concentration camp. The Pianist, on the other hand, tells the story of Władysław Spilsman, a Jewish pianist, from a more objective standpoint. The film covers a much longer time period, spanning from the German invasion of Poland in 1939 to the end of the war. The narrative of the film is more expansive, covering a wide range of events from the initial persecution of the Jewish people to the Warsaw Ghetto uprising and Spilsman's eventual rescue. The Pianist is a necessary film to see as it enraptures many insights and feelings to convey the scenes outside of the concentration camps. Many films are deep and hard to watch, like The Pianist. However, Polanski does a phenomenal job by incorporating a beautiful ending to depict Spilsman as a hero who embodies human spirit. This film personally touched me, as it was one of my very first Holocaust films I watched many years ago. The Pianist sparked my interest and developing passion to further educate myself on this period in history to propel myself into a career on Holocaust and genocide studies. This film is enriched with the idea of survival and resilience, which is a major concept across many Holocaust films, and it's very intriguing to me. The Pianist raises several questions that you should take note of while watching. Firstly, what does it mean to survive in extreme circumstances? The film depicts the brutal and dehumanizing conditions that Spilsman and other Jewish people faced during the Holocaust and raises questions about what it takes to survive in such circumstances. Secondly, How do people cope with the loss of loved ones, the destruction of their homes and communities, and the constant threat of violence and death? Thirdly, how does trauma impact individuals and communities? The film portrays the psychological and emotional toll of the Holocaust on Spielsman and other survivors. It also highlights how trauma can reverberate through families and communities for generations. Fourthly, how does humanity respond to extreme evil? The film exposes the brutal and inhumane nature of the Nazi regime and its collaborators and raises questions about how people can justify such evil acts. It also depicts acts of resistance and solidarity among individuals who refuse to participate in or remain silent about the atrocities being committed. Finally, how do individuals reconcile with the past? The film ends with Spielsman's emotional return to his former home in Warsaw, which has been destroyed by the war. This raises questions about how individuals and communities can come to terms with traumatic events and find a way to move forward. The story of Władysław Spilsman, played by Adrian Brody, a Jewish pianist living in Warsaw, Poland during the Nazi occupation. As the war intensifies, Spilsman is forced into the Warsaw Ghetto, where he witnesses the brutal oppression and violence against his fellow Jewish people. He narrowly escapes the ghetto's destruction and goes into hiding, relying on the kindness of strangers and his own resourcefulness as a pianist to stay alive. While watching the film, it is important to take note of some major themes that appear throughout the film. For example, survival and resilience, human kindness and cruelty, loss and grief, and music and art. A pivotal moment in the film is considered one of the most emotionally charged and memorable scenes. This scene depicts Spielsman discovered by a German officer, but the officer spares his life after recognizing him as a talented pianist. This scene is a moment of incredible relief as Spielsman is finally able to play the piano again after being forced into hiding for so long. The music he plays is hauntingly beautiful and serves as a reminder of the power of art and human spirit to endure even in the face of unspeakable horrors. Throughout the film, it is important to recognize the representation of the characters and the ghetto. This is because Polanski decided to intertwine his own personal experiences of the Holocaust with the experience of Władysław Spilsman. The Pianist is based on Spilsman's autobiographical account of how he survived the German occupation of Warsaw and the Holocaust. To some audiences, they feel as though the representation of historical inaccuracies in Holocaust films is inappropriate in distorting historical events. However, I disagree, as Polanski developed such an intense and jaw dropping film that sucks the emotion out of the viewer. His emotional attachment to the film helped the storyline evolve into an incredible work of art. The Pianist is a film that leaves a lasting impact on its viewers. It is a powerful and moving tribute to the resilience of the human spirit and a reminder of the horrors of war. Adrian Brody's outstanding performance combined with Polanski's masterful direction makes this a film that should not be missed. I would like to thank you for taking your time to listen, and I encourage you to watch this piece of art. Thank you.